What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 19 of the Surfside PPC podcast. I decided what I'm going to do with this podcast is basically just really focus on PPC, Google Ads, Meta Ads, SEO. Those are going to be our main focuses. But for the next so many episodes, maybe 10, 20 episodes, are all going to be Google Ads topics. So I've already kind of done this and gone over things like bidding strategies and keywords and different things related to Google Ads. But since I've been doing more video as part of this podcast, I'm going to start doing more topics, basically just kind of take the next so many videos and make sure they're all related to Google Ads for right now. So this one is going to be Google Ads keyword research. Google Ads keyword targeting, which we went over recently, is a little bit different because it was really more about keyword match types and how they perform. This is really about finding the right keywords for especially a business where it's not really straightforward. Now, you could take a plumbing company or something like that, and if you go in here and do plumber near me, plumbers near me, leak repair near me, pipe repair near me, and you can kind of come up with, okay, here are the 10 main services we provide. We could target the near me variation of this keyword, and we could target the city-based, variation of this keyword. If you're located in, Lexington or whatever, it's going to be plumber Lexington, plumber repair Lexington. So you're basically looking at keywords that have that transactional search intent when it comes to a local service client. Now, it does become a little bit more difficult when you're talking about e-commerce and when you're talking about things. Today, I drove by an Ecoclean truck. I'm not even trying to say it. I would guess Ecoclean. But it is efficient parts cleaning solutions for passenger car production and automotive suppliers. So it's a very unique service. It's obviously a service a lot of companies provide, but basically parts cleaning for car production and automotive suppliers. So they're a B2B company. They're looking to reach businesses and say, we have a service for your business. These are all of the different industries that they provide this for. So if you're saying like, okay, we're doing this for medical technology. When you go into the medical technology page, you're going to see the same exact thing. Validatable cleaning solutions for medical technology. So I was actually surprised at their website not being a little bit nicer, surprisingly, but it is very technical and very, okay, this is what we're providing for this specific industry. So the other thing here is going to be technologies. So industrial parts cleaning, aqueous solvent chamber cleaning systems, ultrasonic multi-stage immersion systems. So there's times where you come across things like this. And I've had companies reach out, not Ecoclean, but I've had companies reach out, large companies that provide things that I'm like, I've never done this before. So sometimes the easiest way to get started is with the Google Keyword Planner and basically go in and take the URL and just go right in there and start with that website. This is one where you really have to rely on the client to say, what are we actually going for? What are we trying to target? So when we do the keyword planner, you're going to have on the left-hand side your whole, batch here. And then what we're going to have, and so if we click over here, it makes it a little bigger. If we click get rid of refined keywords, it makes it a little bit bigger as well. This is not even allowing us to refine keywords. Sometimes the very quickest thing that I do is I put in a website URL and then I look at what is the highest bid. Parts washer manufacturers, Dura washer, vapor degreasing machine. So this gives me an idea of like, okay, what are advertisers currently bidding on for some of the things they're already providing? Ecoclean service, ultrasonic cleaning services. These are some of the keywords that we can quickly take out, extract, and start to target large industrial parts washers. Sometimes though, the easier way to actually group this is to say, go to the client and say, what are we actually advertising for? If they're like everything, we want to advertise for everything. Basically what I would do is I would go down one by one for each of these URLs. And to make it really simple, we'll just use our automotive example that we started with. So we have industries, automotive. So they're saying we want automotive suppliers and car production companies to essentially contact us about cleaning basically every part of the manufacturing process. So we copy this URL and we go into here. And what we do is we start with a website, we search that URL. Instead of using the entire website, we're only using this page. Sometimes you might not get anything. There's a chance we do not get much here. And then what you can do is open up a spreadsheet, title your spreadsheet. So we'll say our Ecoclean spreadsheet. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. And basically what I do is I take that URL, and within that URL and underneath it, what you can do is start taking some keywords. So it's one of those where this might not be the quickest and easiest way to do this, but basically what I'm looking for is there anything in here for this specific page where it's like, okay, let's make sure we're not missing any keywords related to automotive. What's interesting is we did the entire website, got 197 keyword ideas, did one page and got 435. So these aren't really good suggestions. Usually they're a little better with this. Keyword text contains, and we could say automotive, car. We'll just say those two to start. automotive cleaning chemicals. So probably not the greatest one, actually, probably not the greatest keyword to target. So I would almost look at, sometimes I'm looking at automotive suppliers, cleaning. I'm going to look at car manufacturers, cleaning, and we'll look at, we almost need like automotive. Yeah. So industrial parts cleaning in the automotive sector, automotive industrial cleaning. So you're really trying to find the keywords that they use, especially when it's something like this, when it's like, how do people search for this? And this is car wash, not what we want. So these are actually not the greatest. And it might be one of those things where it's like, there's probably not enough search volume around this specific keyword for us to target it that way. So if that's the case, then sometimes you're saying is, okay, it's going to be hard for us to target that. We can try to find keywords that are related to it. But this is the hard part with keyword research at times is they want to target parts cleaning solutions for automotive suppliers. And a lot of these are really car cleaning product companies, car cleaning product brands, automotive parts, car wash manufacturing. Yeah, none of these are really that good of keywords. And maybe if we look at the top car wash chemical companies, car wash equipment companies, possible, but these look like they're related specifically to car washes. So maybe I'm just not searching the right for this one, but this might be one where there's just not good keyword suggestions for this specific thing. And when we did the URL, we didn't really get many things either. So the other thing that we can do is say, okay, that one's not really working that well. This is the other thing you can do is take some of their keywords like this and say, okay, contract cleaning, our service for your perfect components. Okay, so let's see what we can do if we take this keyword and maybe find some potentially short tail keyword ideas using only this related to this specifically. Industrial cleaning services near me. That's kind of the keyword that we're going to be looking for. So what I start doing is start pulling out some of these keywords. Industrial cleaning services near me. Medical cleaning services, it probably works for them as well. Not worldwide. Manufacturing cleaning services. These are kind of the ones I would start with. Contract cleaning services near me is one I would just double check and make sure that it is going to be related to industrial manufacturing. See, AS cleaning service, I'm not sure what that is. And that could be something related to what they do. But this is kind of this is an easy one. Okay, cleaning contracts, we take these 5 keywords, you copy them, you can come right over here into your spreadsheet. And this is where I would kind of start pasting these keywords in here. Take your page, come over here, and we're going to paste that right here. Now, there's much quicker ways to do this, obviously, and obviously you could use AI to build these keyword lists really quickly. I didn't want this to turn into here's how to get 500 keywords, and it's really looking at, okay, we're trying to find keywords for a client that does a really specific thing, ultrasonic multi-stage immersion systems. Now, there's a good chance nobody searches for that just because it's so... But if you say like industrial parts cleaning, clearly that's something that we can find. Single part, aqueous and solvent. If we go to industries and we say, okay, let's see maybe medical technology. There's probably some. We saw a little bit of that. In terms of the products, let's see what surface processing. This is something where I'm not even sure what it is, but they might say, oh yeah, we do surface processing. Let's make sure we're targeting for that. They actually had it under the technologies page. That might be a better page for this, unless it's the same page. Okay, efficient technologies for surface processing. We come here and we go, okay, let's start with a website. Let's use that page, get results. And now we have 25 keyword, and these all look like good keyword ideas. Surface treatment solutions, surface treatment system, industrial surface treatment, parts washing systems, industrial cleaning systems. This is definitely a good keyword list to target. Where you want to start when you're doing keyword research is with these high intent keywords. In the example I used earlier with automotive, where we didn't have good keywords and we were looking at car wash cleaning supplies and car wash cleaning whatever those keywords were, they're not related to what Ecoclean is actually doing, unless I'm wrong about their products and services. But ultimately what you're trying to do when you're finding keywords is saying, how do we actually separate out the exact keywords that our client wants to target? If you're doing something like you're a sustainable furniture brands, and I say, instead of doing that, let's say sustainable dining table and chairs. Okay, so if this is what you're targeting, then ultimately what you want to do is make sure that that actually fits your company. So West Elm is a very common one, sustainable and FSC certified furniture. So if they are your competitor, or if you are West Elm, for example, if we just say, okay, let's go to westelm.com, and West Elm says, okay, we want to target, let's use furniture as our example. We want to target some new sectionals. We want to do the whole living room furniture set essentially, but Basically, if you're saying, let's actually just use bookcases. That's probably a better example. So if we're saying we want to target this living room bookcase category, essentially what you want to do is find these keywords. You don't just want to target bookshelf, living room bookshelf, bookshelves for living room shelves, because then what you start doing is you're expanding to, we're targeting everything. Now, if you have good conversion data, you can get away with doing that a little bit more, but I would still rather say, let's target keywords like mid-century bookshelf. Let's target keywords like sustainable bookshelf. Modular shelves could be one potentially. Corner shelf. So there's another one that we can target. So I'm not looking just to target living room bookcases, because ultimately what that does is it targets a really wide net, where this is why I like taking the page and starting with a website using only that page, get the results. It will usually rank them. I have it ranked by bid. Okay, so it will case shelving, but yeah, so these actually, and you'll see, walnut mid-century bookshelf. I would rather target that keyword, send them to the relevant page, and have a one single keyword, then say bookshelves and targeting bookshelf. Because the problem with targeting bookshelf is you start people that are looking them up, people that are looking for inspiration, all sorts of different things. You're really trying to find people that are like, I'm looking for this walnut mid-century bookshelf. I am looking for a black and walnut bookcase. Library shelving unit, unless that's something they're really targeting, that's not something I would necessarily say, let's make sure we target that. Even things like white bookshelves, you could target it, but for someone like West Elm, there's a good chance that even if you go, okay, we're going to send people to our 6 white bookshelves, at their price points, there's a chance that you have enough data within Google and your conversion data and audience data that you can target it. These aren't even really white bookshelves. I know they're light brown, but ultimately if you're saying white bookshelves and you start going like this, white bookshelves, look at what you're actually getting here. Look at some of these prices are a lot lower. You can get a huge bookshelf from Walmart for this. Now this one's expensive, but it's also a massive bookshelf. So you can see there's like a lot of different options here. Whereas the other keyword example that we had, where it was, and we look at our top page bid range, walnut mid-century bookshelf, this fits right into exactly what West Elm is trying to target. So from a pure search perspective, this would be a really good keyword for West Elm. This is something for your search campaigns. Now, your performance max, your shopping, generally probably going to target these anyway, and probably going to target white bookshelves as well. So that's kind of where I allow those campaigns to get those keywords. If somebody's searching for a white bookshelf and they happen to fit within my target market, then my ads may show at that time if the audience data also matches. Basically, if Google is more convinced that person will convert on my website, but that does take a lot of conversion data to actually get all of that data. Now, from a search campaign perspective, you can always target the right keywords by saying, okay, let's make sure we're targeting walnut mid-century bookshelf. And you'll see here, solid wood, mid-century, walnut, Dane walnut, world market, solid wood bookshelf. So tons of competition in this space, obviously. That's why it's always a ton of companies advertising for this. You see a bunch of different here, although Article must have a pretty big budget because they have a bunch of ads listed here, but here we have our West Elm ad, modern staggered bookshelf. So that's another one where it could be staggered bookshelf. So, and it could be modern staggered bookshelf. And it looks like they already kind of named their things with SEO in mind, the way that people are searching for it. But if this is something that people are searching for, you want to target the keyword this way. When you're going through your keyword ideas and you're trying to build a keyword list for Google Ads, your goal is not to say, I need to find the keywords with the most average monthly searches. Unless we want to target every single bookshelf keyword. If you're Amazon, if you're Walmart, and you have a huge listing of these products, maybe even Wayfair, a huge listing of these products, then no problem with targeting some of these broad match, phrase match keywords, however you want to target them, and just saying, yeah, we're going to leave it open. And our goal is basically to hit our return on ad spend goals. But I would say when you're building your campaign and really trying to structure it in a way that's like, okay, we have these 2, 3, or 4 products, or even one product that fits this keyword, you're really looking at what actually are companies bidding high on, and what can we find where we say, okay, well, this is West Elm bookshelf because it's West Elm. But really, we're looking at things like this, oak bookcase with storage. Okay, so that's something where that's a keyword that we could target where people really know what they're looking for. Once you start searching for an oak bookcase with storage, now the other thing is going to be this, if you say oak bookcase with storage, for example. Okay, so this is what we have here. The other thing that we can do is start saying, okay, let's go over to our keywords. We have our product where, let's just pretend we're article at this point, and we have this product here and maybe a couple others, whatever it might be. Then what you can do is start building on that specific keyword and say, okay, this is a natural oak bookcase, closed cabinet. Now, bookcase, I assume, means it has doors on it. So what you could do is say, let's target our oak bookcase keywords. Let's just say oak bookcase. We're going to start with keywords. We have 685 keyword ideas now. Tall oak shelf, oak and white shelving unit. Don't have to target all of these, but oak bookcase with storage here. You could try to find what has the most average monthly searches. Oak bookcase obviously will capture all of these. If you're looking to target with that storage, then you can add that as well. But the one main thing, the way keyword targeting has changed a lot is from a Google Ads perspective, you could target a keyword like this as a broad match, phrase match keyword, one or the other, and you're going to get access to a huge number of average monthly searches. And basically this keyword will basically pull in all of these variations. And most of these are actually really good variations because somebody with a painted oak bookcase might be like, I don't really know what I'm looking for. Now, oak and metal bookcase might be one where you're like, we have no metal in our category, in our catalog. We're going to get rid of the word metal as a negative keyword. Sometimes that's the better way to handle it with Google Ads. If you're like, yeah, we don't have tall, narrow, slim oak, whatever it might be, you probably do. But if there are things here where you're like, yes, this is not what we have, or we don't want to show up for IKEA or Billy bookcase, whatever it might be, then ultimately that's where you can actually start filtering out your keywords a little better. So this will wrap up our podcast episode number 19, really just going over Google Ads keyword research. And kind of the main thing that I do is, take those main pages and then really you just have to kind of use your brain a little bit to kind of come up with, okay, we have this specific product and we need to find keywords for it. Or we have a page on our website with, desk chairs with a bunch of products and we need to find keywords for this. So you could say, okay, let's target office chairs, desk chairs. The problem with that in this case is you're going to be targeting like these. And if we come over here and say, okay, desk chairs. Now you have millions, if not billions of products, like these cheap products. You're going to have, pretty expensive products, kind of these mid-range type products. You're competing with everybody. But if you're West Elm and you're saying, okay, we have this Cooper mid-century high back leather swivel office chair, then you could basically see what some of the keywords are you can target with this. Mid-century leather office chair, swivel leather office chair, high back leather office chair. By taking this link address, you could actually say, okay, let's take this, start with a website, use only this page, our leather office chair, and now we will get so now we have way too many keyword ideas. But if we say, okay, I want keyword text needs to contain office chair. Okay, so now we have all of these different keywords here. What I would do next is generally say, okay, we're targeting office chairs. We have 75 keywords in here. I would take this list of keywords, copy them, bring them over into a spreadsheet. This is something I used to do manually all the time. And what you could do now is just say, take this, put it into your favorite AI tool, your favorite language model, and say, can you just categorize these by theme and just make sure that, leather office chair keywords are all in the same themed group. Swivel office chairs are all in the same themed group. If you see duplicates, just pick one or the other that makes more sense for which group to use for that grouping. You could always move these things around. I would highly recommend saying, okay, if you're targeting leather swivel office chair, just put that in your leather category. You don't need a swivel category separately. So this is keyword research, kind of a quick look at it. I think your next step would be basically taking these and breaking them down into semi-categories to say, okay, these are the different categories of office chairs that West Elm offers based on all of these keywords. And what you're looking for is basically just to say, is there anything in here that's kind of like, we really don't want to target this furniture store office chair? Let's get rid of that. Probably not a terrible keyword actually, because somebody actually looking for a nicer office chair from a furniture store. But if you're saying that's not what we want to target, fine. But all of these look like really good keywords. And this is actually why I'm still a huge fan of the Google Keyword Planner is you take a page like this and they will find you 75 very relevant keywords for West Elm specifically that actually match this specific page and really matches a lot of the different categories that they have. So I could take this list of keywords right here, set up an ad group, broad match, and target this page. Now, you'd probably want to group things together a little bit better. And the other thing you could try to figure out is, can we say, okay, we have how many velvet office chairs, whatever it might be. Okay, these are all of our velvet office chairs. Let's come up with a category of velvet office chair keywords. And then we're going to send them to this page where people can find them. Rather than saying people are searching for swivel office chairs, like it's just kind of a standard that you don't really want to say, okay, we want to make sure this is a swivel chair. But You can really categorize it, say velvet swivel chair. That's where you really, really get deep into Google Ads. And it's not always the greatest way to do it. With Performance Max and shopping, they actually do this really well, but you can continue to break this down more and more. This would actually be an interesting, build a campaign basically around office chairs for West Elm and just see how granular you can kind of get with it. But this will wrap up my podcast episode number 19. Thank you for listening, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast and subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.